All right, welcome back to our channel. I'm so much more chipper now. Do you see? Can you hear? It's not a suck. I'm still trying to do stuff.
Please subscribe to the video.
Like them too, and
That's
watch the
very
whole
important.
way through.
Yes, watch the whole time. Yes.
And send it to folks.
Send it out. Commit to sending it to 2 people that you know and 1 person that you walk by on the street.
I don't.
If you walk by them on the street, tap them, say, hey, can I get your number? I got to share this video.
I mean, he has a point, you know.
It's that simple.
Hit that thing. So I want to ask you, can you tell us about what our dad used to do when you would run into something?
She tripping.
Or when a ball would hit you. What would he say?
Okay, so this is what happened, right? When I was younger, I couldn't catch really.
He was accident prone.
I was very accident prone. I ran into a lot of things as a kid.
A lot.
For example, when my dad used to throw the ball, a ball used to hit you in the face, and my dad would say, beat him up, ball.
Beat him up, ball.
So the ball hit you in the face, and that was his way of saying, like, you and the ball are in a fight, and he hit you in the face. Or, I remember one time we were playing, I don't know if he threw the ball, and I was running, and I turned around, and then my head hit the tree, and then my dad would say,
beat him up, tree.
So, you know, and that was his way of saying, like, now that you look back on it, that was his way of saying, like, basically, look out.
Yeah.
You don't want to get beat up by the ball.
Or
look
the
out.
tree.
You don't want to get beat up by the tree. You know, so those were some of the things that happened, man. It was just every time we would throw, because my dad would throw the ball up so high. I thought it was so cool. He would throw the ball up so high as a kid. It was like
Really high.
and then like he would catch it, you know, or sometimes he would try to let us catch it, and I used to be like, whoa, because it was so high. And that was one thing that we did do together. So that's what he would do to me, because I wasn't the most coordinated at the beginning. So
Yeah, not even close.
what about for you? What was one thing that mom did that you enjoyed, or a time that you and mom had as a kid that you was like, oh, that's special, and mom loves me?
I would have to say, you know, because I was a kid, you know, so I'm going to have to say it was her cooking. Y'all, I have a story for this too, because to this day, I don't eat eggs, okay? But anywho, like, because she, like, when she would cook, like, she could cook so good, like, her eggs would be all light and fluffy and yellowy and just delicious. Yeah. And then she left to go to Korea. And my dad started cooking. And not that my dad can't cook, because my dad can throw down. You know, he make, you know, them popular burritos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he make that popular pretty good, and he makes them enchiladas.
Yeah, chili.
Yeah.
He's like the jack of all trades when it comes to cooking, except for cooking eggs.
Yeah, the eggs was normally a little runny from my experience, but you know, I didn't know you had to cook them longer. You know.
Well, what he would do, he would cook the eggs, and so you know how you make either bacon or sausage, and so you drain a little bit of that out, and you use some of the juice, you know, to flavor your eggs. I don't think he poured any out. I think he was just like,
yeah,
it is what it is.
you know how your egg juice drink.
Yeah, you know, and so, you know, we were sitting at the table, and so he was like, you know, he put the breakfast there, and I was like, I'm not eating that. And so he was like, well, you're not getting up. He was like, you're not getting up until you eat them. And I was like, I guess I ain't getting up. And so, like, to this day.
Hey, look. Hey, no, YouTube. No, you see her talking that noise? Look, check this out. She here. Cause Daddy knew. Daddy was like, you ain't getting up. So she ate them eggs because she's here today.
Oh, no.
She still be back over there at 927 North LaSalle.
Shout out to
trying
everybody
to get
that
up.
live there.
So yeah.
No, he know what he did, y'all, because I was sitting there. And so now I think about it, like, that same, you know, determination I had to not get up is the same determination I have in Jesus.
No, that's real. Yeah.
You know, but my stuff just being used the wrong way right now. You know, I just don't know where my stuff was supposed to be pointed at. But when I to me, you know, how to use that for the glory of the Lord, you know, then I could be a better person to, you know, for Jesus. And so I was sitting there for a long time. So then he was like, put some syrup on it. And I was like, what? I put some syrup on it. And that's why I don't eat eggs to this day.
Not me.
Because it was disgusting.
I'm cooking some eggs right now. We got a new wave, not a new wave, an air fryer. So in the air fryer, we got chicken, we got some brown rice, and then we got some eggs, and we're gonna put them together. And then my wife, with the additional pieces of chicken, she's gonna do some chicken tacos. It's called meal prepping. Prep the meals, baby. Prep the meals. Prep the meals.
So that way you don't eat out.
Yeah.
And you know what's in your food.
And then, oh yeah, I want to say this too. I want Wendy to tell y'all when we lived with my grandmother and it used to be late at night, what they used to do to Nanny. And they got me involved with it as well. You know, as a kid, we thought this was funny. You know, but as you grow up, you like, dang, like y'all kind of cold. You know, like she trying to sleep, like everybody be asleep, and then all of a sudden you hear somebody say, Nanny! You know, and then one of my other cousins that would stay there, he'd be like, Nanny, wake up! You know, and they'll just say certain things to Nanny. Nanny sleep.
He would say it too, y'all. Don't let him.
I did say it too.
He said it a lot too.
You know, because they kind of use me as the one that don't get in trouble, so they kind of push me out there a lot more to kind of get in trouble. You know, but that wasn't cool.
She never woke up though. But now that now that we do think about it, it was like, man, like she was taking care of a lot of y'all kids. You know what I mean? She was tired, so it was just like no consideration given for, all the hard work that she was doing and everything she was doing for us.
Yeah, that's real. Because, Nanny, she was funny. I remember one time she did get up and she came in there and she said, like, basically, y'all need to go to bed.
Yeah.
And I think she said she was going to whoop us or elude it. That's how I took it. Anytime you're a little kid and you're supposed to be in the bed and the grown-up come in, you're like, oh, man, this is going to be trouble. So Nanny, she is no longer living.
Yeah.
She has passed away, but man, that was a memory that we just remember. It was just one of the times that as a kid, it was just one of those things that was funny to us. Like, not in the sense of belittling her, but it was just funny. It was just an experience that we had together. And, Nanny it seemed like she was kind of playing a part in it, with us, as a kid, because she would come, she'd get up, and all kind of stuff would happen during that time. But we really love her. We really experienced a lot of cool things with her.
Yes.
Just a lot of excitement, just the way that she took care of us, by herself.
Yes.
And the way she provided was one of those things that even now she taught us, you got to handle your business, and that's one thing that we apply into our life, and she is forever with us. And what moment do you have with your grandmother or grandfather that you remember?
The memory that I have, well, y'all. All right. So I'm 17, okay? I don't even think he know where I'm going with this.
No idea.
But I was 17, and so my cousin she got married, and so she drove all the way to Georgia. My grandma didn't mind. Nanny didn't mind driving. That's probably where I get it from.
Yeah, me too. I be hitting that road too.
Yeah, I'll get on there too. And so after, the wedding, it was me and two of my other cousins and my brother, and we went to Disney World. We went to Disney World in Florida. And so before she even got the ticket, I was like, Nanny, I'm about to be a senior in high school. I don't want to go to Disneyland. She was like, I don't care, you going. And so I was like, okay. I remember just being so miserable because I'm just like, this is a place for kids. Kids go here. But what I appreciate most about it is that she took time out to give me a memory that I haven't had since. And I can always remember that, even though she didn't have much, what she did have, she gave it to us in experience. And so now I do the same thing with my daughter. I'll take her to games and we'll be going to theme parks here soon. But that's because my grandmother and my mother, they showed me something different. And so had it not been for the experiences that I had with her, I probably wouldn't be stepping out and doing some of the stuff that I'm doing now. So what is one of your fondest memories of Nanny?
Of Nanny, I think I would have to say, and I got the picture of this, of Nanny and my dad. It was when I was selected homecoming king. What happened was my mom, she couldn't come. I think she lived in Korea at the time, or she was somewhere. She couldn't make it. So I walked out with my grandmother, and it was special. I walked out with my grandmother and my dad. Two of the people that were there for me, and two of the people that I really love. I always loved my daddy.
Yeah.
And I always respected him. I didn't know I needed a father like that. So I had that time, that little rebellious time where you upset with your dad or whatever. But with Nanny, she was just the one that was just always in my corner. She was the one that was there, that was always like pushing me, telling me to stay on the right track, letting me know, hey, you got something special on the inside of you. You know, and in that place, what you need to do, you need to keep going and you need to keep pressing in those places. So Nanny walking out with me during homecoming was something that was so special to me and so exciting.